Welcome to the New This Week video for August 23rd. We got a pretty decent week of stuff. Let's just go right into it. We got The Addams Family, #1. Oh, good. We get to start off early today. Here's a cover. If you were to look at this and just look at it real quick, put it down. Right. Look at it quick. Put it down. What title was that? Oh, you don't know because they didn't put it on the front cover. This is a cover A. If they want to do it with a variant cover or, a virgin cover, because they're doing a virgin cover, great. This is Battle Chasers #12. Not only was it, 15 years between issues, they can't even put they can't even get it right now to put the title on the front cover. This is why nobody is reading this book, because nobody cares anymore. Again, you're a meatball. Put it on the front cover so people can look at it, because we don't put the shit on the shelf with the back cover facing. The front cover. Again, I don't know what's going on. And this isn't a small company. This isn't a Joe Blow's company. I put out one book every 3 months. This is Image Comics. They've got marketing people there. And this is the garbage you put out. I wanted to be really nice this week. I don't want to trash on anything. And I'm already triggered. I'm done. So now we'll calm down a little. We've got Mark Millar and The Big Game. Good book, professional writer, he's just a professional all around, gets his stuff out on time, not at one in every 15 years, or some other people like Brian K. Vaughan, one in every 2 or 3 years, or can't even get 6 issues out straight, a professional. You wish there were more people in comics like this guy. The Big Game, did I say what number it was? No, #2. #2. And we got James Tynion the 4th here. Again, professional. As much as I like to bust his balls all the time, another book. It's Christopher Chaos, or The Oddly Pedestrian Life of Christopher Chaos, #3. He puts out 4 or 5 books a month. They're out almost always on time. They're a little late sometimes because he's too busy, taking a picture for his Substack email of him with his shirt unbuttoned because, he just ate a healthy breakfast or whatever. But hey, if that's what he wants to do. Now I've got issue #3 of Creed. Issue 8 of Darkwing Duck. Still glad to see there's some Disney-type children's books coming out, or all ages books. We don't want to just say only children can read them, because adults do like them too. The Dead Lucky, #8. Not going to even talk about where this takes place, and what universe it is, because I've been scolded a few times for making fun of that universe. So that's not going to happen. The Dead Romans, #6. Kind of like this cover. Earth Divers, Ice Age, #9 from IDW. Mad Cave Studios, Exorcists Never Die, #5. That's a nice cover. Firepower, #26. Awesome book, but again, got fired because he couldn't put it out on time. And this, I can never keep these books in stock. Five Nights at Freddy, Fazbear Frights, Volume 3. Ice Cream Man, #36. Another guy that sometimes he's out, sometimes it's not. At least a lot of times with these books, they're just one-shots, so it doesn't bother you. It doesn't bother you as much if they're late, because it's not continuing from the issue before. But still, work to get it on time, or don't solicit it until you've got 5 or 6 already done. King Spawn, #25. Hasn't missed a month. Click Click Boom, #3. And we've got King Kong, The Great War, #3. Beautiful cover. Giant monkey fighting a dinosaur again. Not Godzilla, but it's still another dinosaur. How can you not want to pick it up and and look at it, and I don't. I'm trying to look at it. I've got a commercial. I got a commercial every single page I looked at. We're not showing the artwork. We're done. Magic, Planeswalkers, Notorious, #1. No comment on that for Corey. The Mighty Barbarians, #5. Mother Russia, #1. I enjoyed the first miniseries they did of this book. It just seems like it's taken a long time to continue a story of another miniseries, but it's pretty simple. There's very few words. Here's one page where the letterer got away with only have to put a couple brah in it, and that's it, and he got paid. This guy, the letterer, should be thanking the artist. I mean, should be thanking the writer for not writing. And he can make his money. The artist should be punching the writer in the face, though, because unless the writer is the artist, well, then he can punch himself in the face. I guess he just drew and didn't write. Yeah, story art and lettering, Jeff. Yeah, hey, this guy does it all. He doesn't write, but he can draw something and put some sound effects in. Good job, Jeff. You're awesome. I read this book, but I digress. All right, My Little Pony Classics Reimagined. The Unicorn... Hey, let's try English today. The My Little Pony Classics Reimagined, The Unicorn of Odd, #1. I know Kenny has been up nights waiting for this book. Yeah, I think he was just asking last week, when's the Unicorn of Odd coming out? I can't wait. Well, Kenny, it's right here for you now. Newburn, #10. No One, #5. Again, I believe from another universe that I'm not allowed to talk about anymore. Garth Ennis, Jason Burrows, great team. The Ribbon Queen, #2. Rocketeer, #2. And another same universe. Rogue Sun, #15. How about some Schlub? The Schlub, #1. See what Stegman's doing in here. Yeah, not for me. A little cartoony. Not really interested. Good Dog in a Bad City. Scrapper, #2. Issue #1 sold very well. That's Star Trek #11. Star Trek Strange New Worlds, The Scorpius Run, #1. Stranger Things #3. I can't remember when #1 and 2 came out. I don't know. Could be late. Could be on time. I can't remember that. So I'm not going to trash on them just in case it was on time. And good job if it was. If it wasn't, well, you know how I feel about you. You're a dirtbag. The Summoners Awakening, #5. Tales of Suspense, issue 2. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, usually I can't say that, and Stranger Things, #2. I think the Turtles went into the Upside Down world. Tenement, or part of the Bone Orchard mythos, #3. Jeff Lemire. Still don't like this guy's artwork. Not a fan of Sorrentino. Yeah, Sorrentino's artwork. I haven't read it. Don't like looking at it. All right, Terror War, #5. Nice cover. Skeleton. No, something bad's going on with that skeleton. Time Before Time, #26. I can't believe this book is up this high. It's amazing. And Xeno with an X, number 3. So there's a lot of cool stuff out in that pile this week. Let's move on to DC Comics. See how disappointed we can be today. Batman Beyond Neo-Gothic number 2. Batman The Adventures Continue Season 3 number 7. It'd be okay if they stopped. Some of the adventures don't have to continue. Batman Brave and the Bold number 4. This book seems to keep on picking up steam. I have to order more every month. And finally, this has ended. Dark Knights of Steel number 12. Could be me. It seems like it's taken longer than a year for this book to come out. You read this? No. Well, I have no one to ask, so. Batman Detective Comics The Joker War trade paperback. Doom Patrol number 5. A couple more issues left of that series. I'm sure most people are happy. I mean, that's still continuing. And then we're going to do some more Night Terror stuff. We got Night Terrors number 4. Night Terrors Action Comics number 2. Night Terror Angel Breaker number 2. Night Terror Harley Quinn number 2. Night Terror Detective number 2. And Night Terror Titans number 2. One more week of this, and we're back to regularly scheduled programming. And we're going to finish off DC, which this could actually be a good book. But unfortunately, I think Tom King writes it, so it could be totally ruined also. The Penguin, issue number 1. Revenge is for the Birds. So, I think your best bet out of here is probably the Penguin, even with Tom King. Especially if you never read the Penguin, because most of the time when Tom King writes something that is established, people who like the character, don't usually like it. But anyone who hasn't should try it, because you may like it. All right, we're going to do Marvel. There's a lot of interesting Marvel books this week, because we're going to start off with Amazing Spider-Man. I don't want to start off with that one. Let's start with this one first. I'm going to start off with Amazing Spider-Man number 32. I want to build it up to something better. So we're going to start with this, and the next one will be better.
And then
it just drops. Yeah. All right, so we got number 32 of Amazing Spider-Man. We still got Romita. No, we don't. We have Zeb Wells and Patrick Gleason, it looks like, on this book now. That's got to be better than Romita's stuff. Zeb Wells, though, is still writing it. So the story is still not good. And Zeb Wells is one of those guys that sometimes he's brilliant. He writes some great stuff. Yeah, I'm done looking at this. We're done talking about it. Here's the story. Here's the book that no one should be wanting, though. Comes out in a couple months. But for some reason, I have this funny feeling that a lot of people are going to buy it. Alligator Loki. If you want it, let me know. Because I need a laugh. All right, now we're gonna raise it up a little. We have a facsimile edition. Amazing Spider-Man 300. That and a foil edition also. Who cannot live without one of these? And if you try hard enough, maybe you could fool people into thinking it's a real thing, and you can give them a deal and charge them $200.
Except the price. Look at the price on those.
Yeah, look at the price on this. This is a $7 book. They have ripped you off. You know something? I really hate to say it. Marvel usually on their facsimile editions are still $4 or $5. DC's usually the one that's ripping you off in this. I wonder if they said, hey, DC can do $6. We can too, maybe. But they did the right issue, because a lot of people who love this cover, want to read Spider-Man 300, like to have one that kind of looks like the real thing, except for that $7 price tag, and this one's probably more.
$9.
Oh, good. And this one's $9. Yes. So, again, you can at least get one if you want one. But yes, this is DC pricing right here. I was really excited to show this to you. I'm not as excited anymore though. But this will still be a better read and have better artwork than Amazing Spider-Man 32. So, I don't know. Buy at your own discretion. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, I've got a couple of Epic collections here. They both came out this week. I don't know if one was a reprint or... Either way, they're both going up in the new this week rack. We got the Avengers Epic, the Beachhead Earth. Yeah, it says Beachhead Earth. I don't know what it reprints. But it's volume 5 of their Epic collection here. 77 through 97 and Hulk 140. And then there's also Avengers The Gathering. This, for some reason, says volume 25. I don't know what how they mark their volumes, because I don't think there's been 25 Epic collections of just Avengers. I don't think they did it. But if they did, this is Avengers 367 through 377, couple annuals, Uncanny X-Men in here. But we got 2 Epic collections for the Avengers. Black Panther number 3. Finally, we've got Captain America Finale number 1. I suppose the one shot it's number 1, but it's wrapping up all this Captain America crap that's been coming out. Finally finishing up, and then next month we got Straczynski. Writing Captain America. It's probably going to be a great story. A couple weeks ago, I mentioned how much I love Straczynski as a writer, and someone commented, says, you being a Spider-Man fan, how can you like Straczynski? Well, Straczynski's Spider-Man is probably the worst Spider-Man I have read in my entire life, and I have a complete run of it. For a long... I mean, I'll go back and read the Clone Wars again. I mean, I read 7 years or 6 years or how many long years of trash that Straczynski wrote of Spider-Man. His first arc was amazing, and it just went downhill from there. I don't know. We could take a homeless guy off the street and I'd read a Spider-Man book for Straczynski's run. But overall, Straczynski writes a lot of good stuff. He just sucked at Spider-Man. So it can't be any worse than the crap that's been coming out for Captain America lately. So let's give him a chance. Daredevil Echo number 4. Deadpool's looking like he's having a rough day here. Issue number 10. We got Fantastic Four Annual 2023 Annual number 1. I mean, there really shouldn't be any number 2 annuals. They only come out once a year. The Invincible Iron Man number 9. Part of the Fall of X-Men story, I believe. I mean, last issue was probably the best-selling Iron Man book out of this series so far, because it had something to do with the Fall of X-Men. I think this continues from it. Nice cover. Jean Grey, number 1. Here we go. People have been looking for this. Marvel Unleashed, number 1. I mean, how can you not want to read a book with Lockjaw as one of the main characters? I mean, that's the best character out of the Inhumans right there is Lockjaw. I mean, he's the only one. The Inhumans show up, you're like, please kill them, but keep Lockjaw alive. So yeah, how can no one want to try this book? Is that Cosmo in there too? I don't know.
Bats.
What's that?
Bats. The green dog.
Yeah, Bats. Oh, Bats.
That's Doctor Strange's dog.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So right now what we have is we got a book of a bunch of their animals, their animal sidekicks and super animals going on doing a mission. And how can you not want to read it with the Throg? I mean, hello? A Thor frog? One of my favorites. Moon Knight, City of the Dead, number 2. Planet of the Apes, number 5. Because we need more X books, we've got Realm of X, number 1. Scoff it up before it's gone. Dr. Aphra, or Aphra for the rest of us, number 35. Star Wars High Republic, Battle for the Force, trade paperback. Storm, number 4. I was thinking maybe I'd leave this book for last because we're going to end on an X book again, and it stinks. I think this is probably one of the...
At least this is a halfway decent X book.
Yeah, it is. The cover of the next one's awesome, but I mean, we got the Immortal Thor number 1. Something to look forward to, I think. But when I saw the writer, maybe not. Al Ewing hasn't been knocking out of the park lately. Let's just hope he, channels his immortal Hulk, and maybe this book will be really good. But Thor hasn't been that good lately, anyway. So let's give him a chance. I mean, artwork's not too bad. New number 1, it's worth a try. And Doctor Doom, I thought Deadpool was having a bad day. Doctor Doom is not having a good day either. In Venom number 24, he's got a lot of spooge coming out of his mask. And well, we'll end this week in X fashion with X-Force number 43. All right. Well, there you have it. There's some decent stuff in there. There's some stuff obviously we made fun of. We had a little laugh at it, but overall, seems like a pretty decent week. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.